Earlier on, this is the budget weekend. One of Kenya's biggest budget, actually, at 3.6 trillion shillings, will be read out by CS for Treasury Yatani on Thursday. But one of the biggest challenges has always been the debt. How do you finance the gap of about 900 billion shillings, by the way? Faisal Ahmed had this conversation earlier on.
Thank you very much, Trevor. We're coming to you from the Boma Hotel here in Nairobi. And with the National Treasury expected to deliver the biggest budget in the country's history of about 3.6 trillion shillings, many Kenyans are asking, how is the government going to finance its expenditure come the next financial year? And now I'm joined by the Budget and Appropriations Chairperson. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
Maybe you could just tell us what are some of the priority areas that you're looking at, and maybe how are you going to fund this coming budget?
One, I want to just tell Kenyans that we are actually burning the midnight oil so that we can come up with a budget. Unlike in the past where the minister is the one who was making the budget, it is actually the National Assembly that actually makes the budget. And what the minister gives is basically the highlights of the budget and also the revenue raising measures. That is what you will be doing on Thursday.
Are you confident that KRA are going to meet their targets given their past history?
We are actually pushing them, and it has been a huge concern because we are told that there is around 800 billion shillings which is not collected by KRA. And what we have done in this budget, we have enhanced KRA to make sure that we resource them properly. They are able to widen the net. They are able to also collect the taxes where in other times the taxes were there was tax evasion. So basically, we are optimistic.
And maybe what are some of the measures that you, as the Budget and Appropriations Committee Chair, are putting in place to ensure that the debt, again, as you've said, we're borrowing around 900 billion shillings, is not a runaway?
For sure, it's a huge concern for us. If KRA is able to raise what we project, like 800 billion, that is uncollected, then, of course, you see the fiscal deficit will be about 100 billion shillings. I know, of course, it's a tall order to say that they will collect that extra 800 billion shillings, but we are giving them a target of about 400, half of it. So we will have a fiscal deficit of about 500 billion shillings. A 500 billion shilling deficit, definitely, it cannot strain the country, so to speak. So we are pushing them because if KRA is able to raise more money, then definitely the fiscal deficit will be lower.
Okay. And finally, do you think that the budget is going to concern, or rather is going to look at areas of concern when it comes to Kenyans and the burden that they've faced over the last 1 year due to COVID-19?
One of the areas that we are focusing on is to make sure that all Kenyans, or about 60% of Kenyans, are inoculated. They are able to get the vaccine, and we have provided for in the budget. So that is, it means that we will have a healthy population. People will now be able to go back to the work that they were doing before. The jobs that we have lost during the COVID time, of course, we are hoping that we are going to create more job opportunities.
Thank you very much, Chairman. I'll let you go back to the meeting, and as you continue to burn the midnight oil, we wish you all the best.
Thank you. We will actually be doing the translating.
Okay, thank you. And Trevor, that is the Budget and Appropriations Chair, taking us through what are some of the key areas that they'll be looking at. But the key highlights of the budget will be presented by the Treasury Cabinet Secretary come Thursday this week. And some of the areas that Kenyans will be waiting for are, will there be new taxes introduced this year with the COVID-19 pandemic? Back to you, Trevor.
Well, thanks, Faisal. Faisal Ahmed there speaking to us live from the Boma Hotel. The team is there burning the midnight oil, like you mentioned. He's mentioned the budget.